Okay. So now the recording is on. Yeah, let's unmute everybody, as many people, but make sure no, background. This one. You try your best at least. And now let's talk. So tell me, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to feed, and I'm here to make sure everybody's on the same page. I'm here to make sure, to pat you and say that, hey, I'm here. You're not alone. So, okay. And I'm also here to say that I'm not going anywhere. So I can take more classes if needed. So don't even worry. So, but let's talk. Let's bring the points across. So who wants to start?
I would like to start.
Absolutely, Sean. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask you that, you see, last year I did some work. I pulled out a lot of projects from your repository SVN and did some work, but I don't want to lose them. So what I did, I kept my 7 and old STS. And additionally, I also installed 8 and the new STS. Okay. Now how do I pull my stuff from the old STS to the new STS? Is that possible?
It is possible, but you did lot more than a straightforward way. It's
yeah, that's true.
more complicated
I did it my way. Okay.
So what I would recommend is that, so forget about, last year, this year, whatever that one is. Mm-hmm. So you just delete your JDK, delete your STS, everything. You freshly install everything as of this batch, okay? The most recent one.
Okay.
Just follow the most recent one here.
Correct.
And then, the details here. And then install everything. And then you will be able to pull everything. So you are not losing anything. If you have any changes locally, probably you are going to lose it. You know what I'm saying? But you will not be losing anything from my example side. All the examples that you see it are there, so no worries.
Correct. But the work that I did in my project, workspace, my own personal project, I cannot pull it from there, right?
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So what you need to do is, there is something called, go to your Eclipse, and then just say, let's say you have this one, right? C, D, okay, mine is D, but Java training projects, you have this one, right? Or
yeah,
what you can do is file here and then import.
Import it, okay.
Exactly, and then here, workspace, existing projects into workspace. So then click next, and then you show wherever that one is, and then say import, and it will import.
Okay, that was one thing. And another thing is, when I installed 8, I followed your instruction. Basically, I'm following 2015 actually. I followed your instruction, but after installing 8, I saw when I went to DOS screen and gave Java minus version, I saw it gave 8.0. So what I'm saying is this: how is it knowing that it is 8.0 and not 7.0? Because 7.0 is also there in my system. So how? Right. So will it update to the latest one?
You know how that you said command prompt here, right?
Right. DOS screen.
So you did like this, right?
Java minus version, yeah. Same thing, yeah.
Yep. So what happens is, the way it works is, as you know, there are path and class path, right?
Yeah, I didn't modify them. And I saw them, they are same.
Look at that, percentage, path, percentage. Here, so C program data, Oracle, C program data. See here, whatever the Java that you have here. So,
Okay.
so if you have JDK 1.7 and 1.8, both of them, in path and class path, both of them, first one wins. Meaning, if you put your JDK 1.8 first and then JDK 1.7 later, then your JDK 1.8 will only be seen by
Yeah.
your operating system.
Yeah, but I didn't do any changes over there. I went
Exactly.
and just
Installation
saw.
will do it.
That's all. Installation did it. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thanks.
So in my case, if you look at it, so
Okay, that's fine.
okay, anything?
No, nothing for now.
Okay,
Let's proceed with whatever you had in mind.
super. So, okay, now let's start the discussion on Java. So who came with a lot of questions? So you want me to pick you? Okay, Uma, go ahead. I know you were about to start.
Yeah. Actually, I'm still working on the examples on collection. And meanwhile, I was thinking whether it would be a good idea to know all the, or to get familiarized with all the, what do you call, the file, exit, and source, how to maneuver easily in this STS.
Okay.
Sometimes the biggest problem that I had was sometimes when I try to copy, I just mess up something and then the exact code will also not work. So I had...
Right. That one is with experience and by making mistake and then by correcting it. There is no shortcut really. But tell me precisely what you are trying to do, then I can help. You're trying to do copy, right? See, I'm not sure what copy are you trying to do. This is a package copy. Control C here, highlight and then go to source and then do a Control V.
No, within from one class to another class, if I want to copy, that's my mistake basically. When I was trying to copy the content from one class to another class, for example, if I am working on a car example in set, and if I want to do the same example in map, and when I was trying to copy it, it wasn't working well. So that's a small issue, but still that's my But
no. There's nothing like that. Let's talk.
When I'm trying to maneuver with all the buttons in the STS, I'm not sure as to which one works for which. This copy is not an exact problem. It's not the exact problem, but there are so many options here, and we will get by experience. If you could just give us an idea as to the important buttons at least.
Important buttons, huh?
Or buttons or whatever term, I don't know, I'm not sure. For example, if you go under file, for example, if I want to override equal and hash code, I need to know that there is a button in file, and then if I go there, if I select that option, then I can get that override method, right? So there will be small things that would make our life easier. So that was one thing that I had in my mind.
Good. Okay. Very good point. Let's look at it. So here, okay, now look at it here. Look at it here, how I did that. So I'm in tree set demo 2, right? So here, set of student, okay? Now I want to go to the student class. How do I do that? Here. Now what I'm doing here is that I'm pressing control key, control, and then mouse hovering, and now you see this hand coming, right? Just single click with your mouse and it automatically takes you. Or you can do a F3 on your keyboard, just do a F3, it will take you. Just highlight on any class here and then do a F3, it will take you. That is one thing that you need to know. Next. Now your student needs to implement comparable, right? So now I'm typing here comparable here. what do we call this one? Auto completion, right? To make auto completion work, what do you have to do? Control space bar. Control space bar. And now you will get the comparable. I'm selecting which one of this one, and then I'll do enter. And then by default, it gives you T, but now I want to do T stands for type, right? So now take out T and then put it here, student here. Okay? I'm assuming you know this one, right? Auto completion at least, right? And now let's do a equals, right? Let's say, here, I want to do a equals. Just type EQUALS and then control space bar again, equals. See that? Wired method stub.
Sometimes I'm not able to get this. Even when I try to do like this, it's not working. Maybe there is something wrong on my side.
What is not working? Let's talk.
For example, if I type equals, it shows something in your screen, right? So I'm not able to get that. It doesn't show anything. I have to type or I have to do it on.
Let's take a look at it.
It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know exactly.
Okay. Okay. Now you are saying sometime. Can I unmute you, Uma? Yeah. Uma?
Yes.
Yeah. So now,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be within this class. When you are within this class, right? And then, let's say you don't have this override, okay? Let's say you don't have this equals. When you are within the class, okay? And then do equals here, you will get it. You have to get it. Control space bar.
Okay.
And there is no sometimes work, sometimes don't work. If you try to do this one outside of it, I don't know where, but you have to be within the class. You try to do it in a .txt file, it will not work. It only works with .java file.
Okay.
Right? I think that one,
Okay.
see here. You don't have to do this one. Control space bar. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're trying to do it in a non-Java file.
Okay.
I mean, if I know the context, then I can help better. Can you try to do now and show me?
Yeah, even I don't know exactly when it happens.
Irrespective of the perspective, when you are in a Java class, when you open it, you should be able to do it, Showan. So that's where I was. Within the Java class. Okay. This is as far as your code completion is concerned. So what else are you trying to do it? Now, let's say the student.java. So, okay. One thing I wanted to say is, we will talk about a lot of perspectives, but one thing I need to show here right now is you want to be, see here, window, open perspective, and we are always in this Java perspective. We are always in this Java perspective. Look at here on the right side. You have Spring, you have SVN repository exploring, you have Java, you have debug. These are all different perspectives, and the only perspective that we will be in for now is Java perspective. Always stay in Java perspective. Now if you look at the debug perspective, the things will change. Here you'll only see debug, servers, etc. So now if you go to Spring perspective, things will be slightly different. Okay? Now try to be in Java perspective. Within the Java perspective, these are different views. you have the Package Explorer view. In the Package Explorer, you will see the files based like packages. Okay? And if you want to look at the same files differently, now you can look at View and then let's say Navigator. See, in the Navigator, you look at the same files differently. You look at see this one, each one folder like your workspace, com, Java Venkat, training, Java, like this. Okay? And this is your navigator view. But how can I go to the Package Explorer view? Just click on this one. And what else? Console, we know. This is a console. This is a console view, right? And then let's look at. And there is a problems view. What this problems view is, it will show you all the compilation issues across the whole workspace. Okay? You know what is workspace? This whole thing is a workspace. And workspace, what is our workspace here? Whatever C, Java training projects is our workspace, right? Within that we have a lot of projects. Here I have two different projects. Core Java and then Core Java underscore Feb 2015. Agree? And then now go to Package Explorer. This is what I like. I mean, this is where when you write the simple Java code, you will be in Java perspective and Package Explorer view unless you are doing something else. I mean, this navigator view is okay if you want to look at the Java classes like your Windows Explorer, but otherwise, Package Explorer is what we're looking at. And here, if you're looking at, let's take a look at like an animal, right? Let's say I want to use this animal here. I'll do I'm highlighting this animal.java, Control C, and I'm going into this package and then Control V. I got the animal.java. Now look at here, this animal, com, Java Venkat training, Java core design. Look at it. It automatically updated your package, your first line of code. But here you look at it, this is what you copied from. See here you see the polymorphism. So Eclipse will automatically do it, but rest of the code is exactly same. They both of them are exactly same. And if you want to delete it, just go ahead and right click and delete it. And you see a question mark there, right? Question mark means that this is a local file. This is not a repository file. You did not check in this file to the repository. So this is only you can see it. But once I put it in the repository, you will be able to, all of you can see it. And now if you want to delete it, right click and then delete it. Okay? And then in the problems view, there is another thing is you will see these warnings. See these many warnings we are seeing here. These are all, there is a iterator is a raw type, iterator is a raw type, list is a raw type. As I told you, this raw type, you will see these warnings because if you do not use generics version of collections, then you will see this one. If you just do a list, okay? If you just do a list like this, list L equal to new array list. See, without the generics, if I just do it, then I'll get the warning here. Hey, you are using generics here. Sorry, you are using the raw type here. You are not using, this is JDK 1.4 style. Okay, we don't want to use this one. So now, these are some of the tricks. And Control D, see, within the Java class, right? If you want to, see this one, I want to delete this whole line, Control D. Now, it will delete the whole line, so it will, my code works, see? See, I'm just doing a Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D line. I'm just deleting the whole line. And you know how to create the constructors using the fields, using instance variables. And you know the getters and setters.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me more. Tell me more of what you're trying to do. Then I'll tell you more. These are some basics.
Yeah, I have questions.
Sure.
You tell the how can I check out? Means first time I check out, but if you every day upload the programs, then how can I upgrade?
I'm sorry. I thought I talked about it, but I did not. Excellent point. What you do is right click on this project and do a team and then update. See this one? The arrow is coming from server to your machine. Just do an update. That's it. It will automatically bring all the changes on the server to your local machine. Just right click, team and update. See this one, arrow is coming onto your machine, meaning it will bring the changes that happened on the server side to your local machine. This is what you need to do after every class, because every class I'll create some packages here, I'll put some classes there, and then I check them into the repository. Now all you have to do, you can do it in the class with me, or once you go home, I mean, I know you are already at home, but once you go home, you can even do a team.update. Make sense?
Okay, thank you.
No problem at all. No, it's my bad. I thought I talked about it. Okay, more scenarios. Bring more scenarios. Tell me more, Madhavi.
Yeah, what is the jar file? Because I don't know what is the jar file, and how can install means the latest version or?
We didn't talk about it. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. To be done at project level, show on, yes, here we are updating at the project level. See, this is the project here. So right click, team, update. We're doing at the project level. You can do at the class level too. See, if you want to bring not every file in the project, if you want to update, let's say Madhavi made change to this animal.java here, and I want to get her latest changes, then do a right click, team, update on this particular file. Otherwise, I always recommend that, go ahead and get the project level. Okay? And every day you try to update your project. Of course, if I'm not around, there is no point in doing it. But if I'm around, then try to do it every day. Every time you open it, just do an update. If then you will automatically get if there are any changes that I made. Sean, you have a question? Absolutely. Go ahead. You don't need my permission. Let's be as casual as possible. This class is for you only. Okay. Okay, Uma, you want to ask something?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I have a question. For example, this is an interface file, right? But in general, what all can go inside this parenthesis? Like public void eat, and within after the eat you have a parenthesis, right? Sometimes we pass on objects and an object reference. Sometimes we pass on different parameters. So can you please explain about that? Because yesterday we were working on an example, and in that we were working on a bank example basically. And in that
you still have questions on the
method.
We are still having questions on, what is this parenthesis and what can go here?
What all can, I know that we can pass the parameters, like, but if you could explain, reiterate, then it will make it
Sure,
clear for me.
definitely. No. I think I'm done with explaining on this one. I want you to talk on this one. I think the way you asked that question was like, to me, it was like a little day one-ish. I didn't see that day 10, style of question. So
yeah, I agree, but
yeah.
I just want to confirm whether I know it for sure. That's why I'm.
No. That's why I want it to come from you. Then it will last longer, because you asked me this question, I believe on day 1 or day 2, but you put your question exactly same way, so there is no change in that, meaning you still didn't get it. So I want you to, I want you to explain. What is this one actually? Why do we have this parenthesis? Tell me. Uma, let's talk. You and I.
Okay. So the parenthesis is to pass the parameters, right?
Very good.
Can pass.
So what is that passing the parameters meaning? Who can pass the parameters?
The user.
Okay.
We
Instead
can.
of-
We can.
No, you are on the
Say,
very
for
right track.
example,
You are speaking the complete real essence of it. So don't, you are on the very right track. Tell me. So here in the parenthesis we pass the input, right?
Yeah, input, yeah.
So
Sorry. Yeah.
People will call, people meaning users of this particular class, users of this particular method will pass something. They will be able to pass something, right? And how they can pass to you? How can you customize your method? This is your method, right, Uma? So how can you customize your method based on the input?
Okay.
So you give me the food. See, rather than saying, how do I say, eat grass.
Yeah, eat spring food. Yeah.
Okay, eat grass. Then I can write one more method, eat meat. Okay, and let's say there is one more type, eat both or something. Okay, say fourth type tomorrow. Okay, let's say there is a fourth type tomorrow, eat ice cream. Then will you come back and change the method for that?
No.
So what is the best way, rather than providing these many methods, what is the best way? And moreover, animal, this particular template doesn't have to, I mean, one way definitely to do it is eat grass, eat meat, completely like that. Or just say eat here and you pass me whatever the type is. What to eat, right? Okay, now tell me the type is, let's say string in this case, okay? Let's say what to eat. So
Yeah.
here, what you are saying here is that we need to understand this one here, okay? String itself is an object. Other
Yeah.
than, let's say food, string food, thank you. So here we need to understand something. Why am I saying string here? What I'm saying is, hey, pass me what to eat and this animal will eat whatever you passed, right?
Yeah.
And whatever you pass will be of the type string. Meaning,
Yes.
meaning string of characters. So whoever calls it, let's say I'm the caller, right? Let's say I'm a zoo, or I just created an animal or something like that, okay? Like this, right? So whoever caller, I'm the caller in this case. I have my public static void main, or someone else, it can be some other object, right, Uma? Some other object can instantiate and get, create the new animal. And now you just say a.eat. And then now I'm passing here, you are writing the template, Uma. Here you are saying that, hey, you can pass me anything that is of type string. And you are saying that whatever you pass me, anything of the type, okay, I'm giving a name called food. So within this, my whole block of method, this highlighted, right? Maybe I can write 100 lines of code here, okay? In all of these 100 lines, I can refer to whatever you passed with that variable name called food. See, something like this. Okay? Like that. See, I can refer to whatever you passed. But what exactly am I passing is done by the client. Now client will say a.eat, and we are saying string here. You can pass grass, okay? you can pass meet here. Sorry, this one should be. So tell me here. Now, when I call this method a.eat inside double quotes grass, then your food variable will hold grass. You agree with that? Now, when you say I'm eating this, what you are saying is you are printing that variable, meaning whatever the value that is stored in this variable called food. Now, that one is grass. Now, you can say that you can also pass meat here. Okay? Like this. But should you pass, okay, now when you say meat here, now when you come into the method, this time, this food variable will have meat there. So you don't have to write 1,000 methods for, eat grass, eat ice cream, eat meat, eat, etc. You agree with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
but the arguments, okay, now, these arguments here, right, it can be, you can pass either, let me write here. You can pass either primitives or objects. Okay? And those objects can be anything. In this case, string is also an object, but it doesn't have to be a string. It can be another object that is defined by you, like a dog object. Okay? You can also pass dog here. And you can also pass pug here. You know what I'm saying? So if I write like this, then this eat method is taking 3 parameters: string, food, dog, pug, p. So now you can pass 3 different objects. One is a string, I can pass like this, and the second one is dog objects. So I need a dog object to be able to pass it to eat. Do you agree? So for that I need to create, or I can get some from somebody else, right? Dog D equal to new dog. Now this D is pointing to this object, right? Now I can pass D. If I pass D, what it means is, okay, here I'm passing D here, right? So I'm passing into this one. So whatever I'm passing here, this dog variable will hold on to this particular object. You can call any method on this one. You can say dog dot, whatever the method that one is. Are you in,
Yeah,
are you?
yeah. I understand that one. So how many, so for example, here within that, you are giving input as string food, dog, dog, pug, p. So how many can we give like this?
You can give thousands.
Okay,
You can give any number.
okay. Because so far I think we have created maybe 2 or 3 at the maximum within that. So
Okay.
when
I mean, it's not your code is not readable if you go beyond 6, typically
Okay.
6 or 7, but there is no limitation. You can do it. And keep in mind, it can be, I'm saying any object here.
Yeah.
They can be primitives too, and they can be any objects. These objects can be created by you, or you can create not only just object. I mean, not only these objects created by you, you can do a bag, like a list of dogs. Now you can say dogs. You can pass like this too. Hello.
Anybody can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Shravan.
Only
Yes.
Venkat we can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me, Venkat?
Now, yeah.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
you can hear.
Sorry.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Sorry. Yeah, something happened.
No problem.
Anyways, the point is this one, right? So
Yeah.
you can not only pass these objects, you can pass the list of something too. This is what we talked the other day. Now, the printer, right? The other day we talked about some collections in the printer, student printer. See this one? This guy is taking list of string, but it doesn't have to be string. It can be any object. Are you guys with me? So, so where is the confusion? I'm little not sure. I
did
didn't
not expect this
expect
question,
that
actually.
kind of question at this point of time. So I was,
Yes, yes,
yeah. So that's why I'm really
yeah.
not sure on what I'm doing or where or so maybe I have to step back.
I was there until yesterday, but yesterday while we were working on an example, actually for a bank, we created an account and within that we gave first name, last name, account balance, deposit and all those things. Then I was wondering how many parameters can go inside that. That was my question basically. So I just
Right.
wanted
I
to
mean
understand
that
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That is a genuine question. I think. That's a genuine question. When you said whatever goes in the brackets, the parentheses, can you explain again? I was like,
Yeah.
okay, then
Yeah,
maybe
sorry about
something
that.
wrong. No. I was like, then maybe I thought maybe I'm doing something wrong.
No, no,
Um,
no, no.
it's okay, right?
Yeah, I
Because
was,
we can
yeah.
be because I was expecting the questions on the collections. Yeah, but you got I think I got your question and you got my this one too, right? My point too, right?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Thanks. That was my doubt basically.
Oh
I was
yeah,
clear
yeah.
about what goes inside, but I don't know how many can go inside.
Oh yeah.
You should have
There's
put
no.
my question like that.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Thank God.
Sorry about the thing.
No. That's okay. That's okay. No. It's my only thing. My only concern is, it's okay if I need to step back for a couple of classes. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I don't mind. So, but how about the collections, though? Let's talk about collections. Nobody has any questions about how to.
Venkat, I have one question.
Absolutely, Shailaja. Is that Shailaja?
Yes. Yes. Can you make me as presenter?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And Rohit, you also unmuted, so you have a question, I'm assuming? We'll talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. What I was stuck at? Yeah, here is the reset. What I'm doing is I tried with null value.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I'm just converting the hash set to tree set.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it is throwing an exception
Right.
that, yeah, it is throwing this exception unknown source found. I did not get this point because of this null only. It was giving this error.
Okay. I think we talked about, maybe we did not. Okay.
Actually, I might missed some points.
No. This is fantastic. One thing, let's talk about this one here, right? Can you give me the control also?
Yeah, sure. How to give?
Maybe I'll ask. I think you did, right? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, first of all, I'm just stepping back a little bit. Why do we need this block here?
Actually, for understanding purpose.
No, it's actually more confusing, and it shows that you are brand new. So I don't want to use this one. Do a
Okay.
Control D, and then it's Control D here. Okay. Now, for understanding, to make it more readable, let's do a format here. Control Shift F. Now look at it. Is it better?
Yep.
Huh? Exactly. So now give a space here. Now tell me this is more readable, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now regarding the null, okay. What the main difference between list and set is that list accept duplicates and list is an ordered collection. The set does not accept duplicates and set is not an ordered collection. In addition to that, list accept null and some implementations of set accept null too. But you will get this exception. I'll tell you, this is a very classic example, the very classic exception here. So I want everybody to look at it here. She created a bag here, set of string names equal to new hash set. So names Saturday, Monday, null, sun, good. Now she's actually going through the iterator and she made it a little, I mean this is okay. You can put it in one inside the for loop like this, but what I would do, you can definitely do it this way, but this is not that readable, and especially you are straightforward reading it. So I will definitely use for each loop here. I will not use iterator. For the simple fact is because you are not actually checking and doing something about it, meaning you are not skipping something. You're doing a straight iteration. I wouldn't make my code this complicated. So I'll just do a straight for each loop. Anyways, now see here. Now once she just printed here, that's all she did with this for loop. All she did, she printed, everything is good. Okay, she observed that it is null is accepted by set. That is not a correct observation actually. It's null is accepted by hash set is the correct observation. And then she also observed that duplicates are not allowed, and she also observed that it doesn't maintain the order. Very good. She printed all of this. Now she wants to convert this set into tree set. Now look at it. Set of string test equal to new tree set of names. She gave this whole basket to tree set. Okay. Now tree set, you know how tree set works. Tree set is supposed to it's
mainly for sorting, right?
Exactly. It is supposed to sort all of your items, all the objects that you specified by calling the compare to method of that particular object. So here what is the object in the bag? String. String also, like how our student implements comparable, your string also implements comparable, and string also implements your compare to method. And the way it works is that the strings compare to method, it's a lexical order, meaning alphabetical order. So if you give Shailaja and Uma, okay, then Shailaja goes first, Uma goes next, because that is how they go in the dictionary, right? So now to do that, it will blindly call your object dot compare to, but your object is null here. Null dot compare to, null dot anything will throw a null pointer exception. Null dot anything. So if you just say that, string str equal to null, okay, then do a string dot something, string dot let's say character at give me a character at index 0. Okay, this method you will get null pointer exception at this line of code. Okay, so because your str, this object reference, is pointing to null, and you are trying to invoke a method on null, you will get null pointer exception. And here you are getting null pointer exception because your null dot compare to method is directly it's trying to call that when it does the sorting. So you can do it. That is why we typically say that one of the things that we say in when we talk about the differences between list and set, okay, in set does not accept nulls is what we typically say. But again, hash set accepts null. The reason hash set accepts null is because here implementation is all about hash code and equal, but here it blindly goes and looks at your compare to method. So that is why you don't want to use nulls here. Okay, and you're obviously, especially in tree set, because it has to call the compare to method directly. Okay, it does under the hood. So you're getting the null pointer exception.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Venkat.
No
I
problem.
got it. And
And
some
actually-
in some cases.
And actually, null pointer exception, to tell you the truth, null pointer exception is the easiest exception is nothing but error. This means error. Okay, null pointer exception meaning, hey, you are pointing to null. That's what it is saying. This is an error. And of all the errors that Java provides, this is the easiest exception to deal with. Every time you see null pointer exception, you think it's a piece of cake. It's very, 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 very easy. We'll talk about it in an exception handling class, but I'm just telling you upfront. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're asking
Okay,
something
thank
else.
you.
That's all?
No. Yeah, I'm clear. And one more thing.
Sure.
I just want to know one thing.
Yeah.
I think in array list it would be when we add one element in the same index, then it will shift from left to right, right?
Say that again.
Actually, what I'm trying to say is here I'm using same index to add the two elements, right?
Mhm.
In that case, it is going to be, 0 of S1 is going to be overwritten by S2.
You got it. Precisely.
Yeah, that's what I want to clear.
Exactly.
This is what the functionality behind of array list, right?
I didn't that question though. This is the functionality behind the error list. What is that? Oh, meaning when you add same thing, what exactly happens, you're asking?
Yes.
It exactly happens as you said.
Okay.
It will replace it.
Okay. Thank you, Venkat.
No problem. So
Yeah,
I don't want to see this one. These are unnecessary. These are unnecessary and creates a lot of confusion. So I highly recommend you take it Control D, and then this guy also here, right? I highly recommend you take them out, and then keep doing your Control Shift F formats. Okay. So first you created 4 students. So you give a space to make this more readable. And then you created a bag, and then you added all of them to the bag. Very good, excellent. And then, yeah, this is good.
Yes, thank you, Venkat.
And actually, one thing I wanted to point, look at her code. Everybody, what she's trying to do is, in any Java training, we always talk about the main functionalities of any object. When we talk about string or when we talk about dates later on. So we talk about whatever are the most prominent, right? There are thousands of classes provided by Java, and each class has hundreds of methods. Obviously, I cannot talk about every one of them. To be very honest, I don't even know all of them. I don't even know some of them or most of them. Nobody knows. Not only me, even the Java author himself doesn't know. And the good thing is you don't have to know. That is why we have API. So she went, I'm assuming, Sailaja here, you correct me, I want to understand what you're doing here, but what I think she's doing is, she wants to explore, okay? So, the way, once you come out of this one, right, JDK7 API. So what you want to do is, see here, now she goes to go to classes and then look for a list. Actually, Chrome browser. Is this Chrome browser?
Yes.
This is Chrome browser. Then I'll tell you
Yes.
this. Hey, did I explain enough about this API? So these are all the packages that Java gives here, all these packages that Java standardization gives. These are all the classes that we have here. So now you want to understand, Venkat only talked about this couple of methods in the list. Okay? Then there are a lot more methods. This guy doesn't know anything. It's fine. Okay? Nobody needs to know. Nobody knows, and nobody knows every method out there. So now you want to explore yourself what's out there. This is exactly how you want to explore. You don't have to Google or anything. Just go to your JDK7 API, okay, and then look for, let's say you want to understand the list interface. Java.util.list, or go to this pack. Let's go to the java.util.list all the way. See this one? This is probably java.awt. We don't want AWT. We want same interface is there. In fact, this is a class and there is an interface in java.util. This is what we are interested in. Look at this one. Now, see here, type parameters, this is list of E, meaning this is a generic type. When you define, you say the list of whatever the type it one is, list of string, list of animal, list of pug, list of whatever. You got it, right? And now, all super interfaces, your list extends collection, meaning collection is a top level interface and underneath that you have list, okay? And in fact, collection extends, there is something else called iterable. Iterable is the dad of all the collection interfaces. Iterable meaning it will not have any methods, but you can only iterate. You cannot add, you cannot remove. That makes your collection immutable. That makes your collection immutable if you look at it. But anyways, the point is, look at it here. See here, understand, read and understand what it is doing. I may have talked only a couple of sentences about it, but here read and understand everything about it. So now come here. Maybe I talked about add, we talked about it. We talked about index, talked about it. Did I talk about add all? No, I did not. But do you expect me to? If that's the case, then I'll take 4 or 5 months only for core Java, truly speaking, right? So you go here API and understand it here. Add all, it's taking, that's it. It's taking the whole another collection, another bag. So you can take another small bag and dump it into bigger bag. That's all you're doing. And then there is a clear method. This guy never talked about clear method. Okay, go read it. Contains method. Oh, I can check whether an object exists within the bag. Beautiful. It's a very nice method. How do I use it? Hey, it is taking an object as an input and it is giving me a boolean, meaning it gives true or false. Uma, are you getting it now? See it. This is how I'm reading it. I'm the user of it. See, this list has a method called contains.
We use this in equals, right?
Sorry.
Sorry, we use this one for equals, right? Like object. Yeah, go ahead. Well,
no, my point is,
my
point is more generic. My point is that, see here.
Yeah.
So the way I read it is, list has a method called contains, and this one will take an object and then it returns me a boolean. Okay, what kind of object are you taking? Returns true if this list contains the specified element. Oh, I can give you an object to see if list has this object or not. Good way of using it. Okay, there is a method called get. There is a method called index of. Oh, beautiful. So I'll give you an object. You will tell me what is the index of that one. Hey, there is a method if it tells me whether basket is empty or not. Beautiful. Hey, iterator will give me this iterator. Okay, this guy talked about it. There is a list iterator. Okay, very good. There is a remove method. Oh, you can remove from it. So you can go and look at every single method. You don't have to look at every single method now, but I'm saying once you join, once there is a specific scenario, then you will go and look at it once you join. It's like, okay, what are all the methods? I'm specifically looking for, I have an object, I have a list and I want to convert into an array. How do I do that? Oh, there is a toArray method which gives me an array back. Very good method. This is what I'm looking for. So you can think like that. Make sense, guys? So that is
Okay,
why
Venkat.
use API. Yes.
Yeah, quick question in this context. That is, in order to get here, I'll basically use the same website that you've given, docs, Oracle, com,
Yes.
Java SE, etc.
Exactly.
But from within Eclipse, is it possible to get here somewhere, or this is just a usual internet browsing?
Actually, that's a good point. Back then, actually, when I learned, right? When I learned Java and until recently, until a few years back, what I used to do is, let me make myself presenter. What I used to do, and a lot of people used to do, what we used to do were like Java training, environment, Java, JDK. Within this one, you have your docs folder. Okay, you can actually, when you download Java, right, you can download the whole docs folder also. Within that you have API index.html. Once you click on that, you will exactly see this one. Without having internet also, you can get the API. That's how you typically get it. Okay, and now in Eclipse, how do I do that?
Thanks.
In Eclipse, look at this project, right? And go to this JRE system library, and then there is a rt.jar.
At the point of coding, right? With control 1 or control space bar like that.
Definitely. See here, if I have right, list, see control space bar, it's giving me all these objects, right?
Same guy. Same guys,
So
right?
exactly. So list of string, students
Yeah,
equal to new
this is,
list. You got it, right?
yeah, this you have told. I mean, this I know. I mean, I was
Now,
thinking if there is any other way.
students dot add. See this one? All these methods within this one. Look at it. Dot every method out there. Whatever you saw there, you are seeing it here. That's one way to do it. There is one more way. Actually, in the JRE system library, go to rt.jar. Here, I mean, I wouldn't recommend, but at this point, go to java.lang. See, this is how JDK, your Java is giving you all of this. Look at it. Short.class, and then string has string.class, string buffer.class, etc.
Oh, okay. This is that format. Okay, got you. That's fine.
No problem. Okay. I hope that's clear. Okay, Rohit.
Sure.
Yeah, Venkat. I was thinking. I mean, that day in the class you didn't. I mean, as per my knowledge, you didn't talk much about the hash table. So I just wanted to know how. I mean, on the idea of the hash table, the logic behind that.
The hash table and hash map, okay, they're exactly same. Hash map is actually built on the low-level data structure called hash table. Hash table is a low-level data structure, okay, and here we have a class called, see, the way we do it is map, right? Map, okay, key value pair, and you have, we looked at maps, right? Where is let me take a, so we have this one, right? Hash map demo. So you can do the same thing with hash table. Hash table, see this one? Java.util has a class called hash table. Exactly same key value pair, okay? And you can say string, okay. you have the exact same thing. Same methods, get and put methods, hash map and hash table, they serve the same functionality. In fact, this is the most popular, I don't want to say most, one of the important interview questions they ask about, hey, what's the difference between hash map and hash table? We'll talk about that once we talk about multi-threading. I think I may have to give that as a homework or something. But the difference here is that hash map is not synchronized. Is not synchronized. Hash table is synchronized. We didn't talk about what is synchronization, meaning hash table is thread safe. Hash map is not thread safe, and so obviously that means that hash map is gives you high performance. Hash table gives you low performance because under the hood it is giving you thread safety.
Yeah.
So popular interview questions are, what is the difference between hash map and hash table? And what is the difference between array list and vector? And what is the difference between string buffer and string builder? These are three popular interview questions. And the answer is same for all of them. One of them is thread safe, the other one is not. And whichever one is thread safe will be slow. So that is why go for hash map, and especially in the when you declare this as if you declare this as your field, right, instance variable, then go for hash table or concurrent hash map. There are a couple of options, if you need thread safety, but here you don't need thread safety. For that we talk about, if you want more about it, look at the thread.
Okay.
Multi-threading.
Multi-threading. Okay.
This one. I think we talk about those concepts here typically.
Okay.
Okay.
So generally, hash table is just just similar to the hash map, or any other, like the list or a set also does follow the basically implementation for some of the roots for the implementation of hash table.
The hash table is underlying data structure, like arrays, like linked list. Hash table is also the underlying data structure, and the mechanism behind the hash table is that it maintains, again, under the hood, if you open up the real hash table, it is backed by array again, but it needs to find out where when you try to put an object somewhere in the hash table, it needs to figure out where does this object go, meaning at what position should I place this one. So who works on that one? Tell me. Your hash set works exactly like that, right? Your hash set, we talked about that, right? Your hash set is backed by array. But again, the immediate point there is, hey, where do I put, when you give me a hash set dot add, right? So I immediately talk about, hey, where should I put this object? Okay, I'll put this object based on the hash key. First I will call the hash code, and based on the hash code, I will, there is an algorithm. There are several algorithms, right? I'll use one of the algorithms to find out the index. If my array is 10, and if you give me 460,000 as a hash code, then it doesn't make sense to create an array with 460,000 elements when you're only filling up 1 and 460th element, 460,000th element. You agree with me?
Right.
So you want to go with the smaller array, but you are giving me the hash code of 460,000. So somehow I have to cut it down to 10. So that's where we use the algorithms, but we put it. When we put it there, again, there may be objects already sitting out there. If there are objects sitting out there, then I will call equals method on every single one of them to see if it's really equals, because set does not take. So Who does all of this logic? Tell me. Hash set. Your hash set does exact same logic, right?
Exactly.
Okay, Venkat.
Yeah.
When you are done. Okay, the question is, see, for the algorithms that you said, those are the hash algorithms. Those are part of the JVM, right?
Yes, JDK provides them. Yep.
JDK provides that. Okay, and they are all conflict safe, because if there are too many, there would be many of them mapping to one, right? Suppose two numbers mapping to one number. That's a very common problem with
Right.
in computer science.
I think we talked about it the other day. That's a great point.
Okay, you did.
If you say no,
Okay,
no, let's talk about
I'll
it.
check it out. Your
No. I'll talk about it again. cat string, right?
Yeah.
So this one will have, let's say, the hash code of 48, right?
Correct.
Because the hash code of strings, the way it works is hash code of C plus hash code of A plus hash code of T. Let's say if it is 48. Then let's say there is a word you are putting in a set, there is a 48 here. Sorry, there is a word called tack.
Tack, yeah.
Okay, tack also will have the same hash code, 48.
Correct.
So is there a conflict there? There is.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say 48 gives me the index 4 and this also gives me index 4. So there is already an object sitting out there called cat. Now, should I replace tack with cat? No. What I will do is, that is why. This is how I derive to the position in the array so far. But now what I'll do is, now I will call the equals method to see if cat and tack are equal. But they are not. So far, this is exactly why your hash code and equals play the crucial role. Based on the hash code method, you got 48 and 48. So these two cat and tack objects or cat and tack strings happen to have the same hash code. What it means is that it does not replace cat with tack. The reason it does not replace is because if two objects have the exact same hash code, they don't have to be equal. That is why what your hash set does is, it will call the equals method to see if the objects are really equal. Since they are not equal, they both will go at the same index. They both will be placed at the exact same index. Did you get my point?
Yeah. Yeah, but at the time of retrieving, suppose I'm searching for cat, it will at that time check whether I've really got cat or tack. That time it will check and give me the cat one only, right?
Exactly. So
okay, with the equals and all
let's
those
say
things.
the array is 100 size, right? Okay. Now if you're searching for cat, do I have to go to index 0 to index 99? I don't have, no. First I'll get the hash code. Based on the hash code, I will get, okay, this guy must be stored in the array. This guy must be stored in the index 4. Okay, let me see. So whatever this guy is asking for has to be one of the objects sitting out there in number 4. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Then I will call the equals method again on every one of them.
Oh, okay. So you will call it, or this algorithm itself does it?
Algorithm, under the hood hash set. That's how it works.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha. Thanks.
I wanted to say one thing though, especially for people who are relatively new. If you did not understand these under the hood concepts, please do not worry. This is not end of the world, and I wanted to very genuinely say that. Okay, I got clarity on these concepts not too long ago. Okay, probably a couple of years back. So please don't worry about it. If at all you did not get it completely. If you get it, beautiful, because you'll be able to nail down these very techy interviews. Some people ask, especially these tech companies. But if not, then we'll come back and relook at it. It's in computer science also. It's several of you are computer science graduates or grads or undergrad. You did, right? So data structures and algorithm is a huge topic, and you know that, right? So don't worry about it. That's not everything in Java. But what we need to understand is the implementation of it. If you don't know what exactly is happening under the hood, at least you should know how should I use that bag. Forget about what it does, but at least will I be able to use a list? Will I be able to use set? When will I use list? When will I use set? When will I use map? Okay, and what is a tree map? When will I use tree map? When will I use the tree set? Okay, like that. Okay, very interesting discussion. Now I wanted to see, did any of you do this? These examples, this homework? Any of you are not any of you. Everyone would have done it. Did you guys do any? Any of you did this one? Can I see some code?
Yeah, I did them last year. I submitted them last year.
Right. No, I wanted to see. Uma?
Yeah, but we did not do that 1.4 or 1.5.
Oh, that's fine. 1.4 is fine. This is pretty old style, so I'm not even doing that. So because every company 1.4, unless you are working for a company that's still using 1.4. So
okay.
You guys did it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Understood, Uma? Now, genuinely understood, what's going on there, what is a list, what is a set, in what conditions will I use it, etc.
Yeah, I'm clear about all those, I think.
Very good. No, I'm saying now, in vacuum or
no, I'm clear about all those concepts.
No. My point is, understanding these in vacuum is one thing. My point is, so far, whatever we talked, will you be able to do something? Is my point. So what I'm saying is, can I safely do this one? Can we do an interesting? Oh, maybe I'll write in .java itself. What I'm saying is, okay. Now, how can we? And I need some input here from you guys. So let's spend next 15 minutes on designing something. I'm not going to code anything, but let's put some requirements out there to build something that is non-trivial to understand. So what I'm looking for is, we want to build something with everything that we have learned so far. Okay? And then let's break down into classes, and you guys do it. And I want to take a look at it. Is that fair? And I need your input. However you want to, change the direction. You wanted to say some fancy application. You want to do it like some banking application. Yeah, let's do it. Or anything, something that is simple, is no complicated. What we need is, it has to have an interface. Before the interface also, interface implementation, we will look at a lot of them. The whole Spring is based on that, so don't worry about it. We need to incorporate the collections and inheritance. Classes and interaction with the classes. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. Some for loop, or while loop, whatever that one is. Some conditional logic. You're saying payment application between bank and client. I want to look at collections. Can you spell out what you have in your mind, Ravi?
Yeah.
Unmute yourself and tell me what you're thinking. So
Can
probably.
you hear me, Venkat? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Pretty much what I'm trying to, it's pretty much like, moreover, the way once the payment is processed between client and application, if they got any sort of industries, right, nowadays, they will connect to banks for the payments, where we can use a lot of, we can cover most of these concepts. For example, where they can have like payment processing, check dispensers.
Check a dispenser, okay.
Pretty much. And just deposits, end clients, vendor collections. Like maybe does it work in that way, or it is too complicated? Maybe.
I think it is complicated. I want maybe is there anything that's we can cut down? Something I'm looking at, because we should not get lost in domain. Our goal is to not build something. Our goal is to make sure we are using all of this. We understand, what's going on here in terms of Java, not in terms of the bank application or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, maybe you can just create like a savings account for a client and a savings account for a vendor, between like where you can say pretty much like a class, savings class, and then a payment.
More.
Does it work?
Or I think it works, but anything simpler. How about shopping cart or something?
Current account.
How about shopping cart or something? What's going on? How about simple shopping cart?
Yeah, that works.
One second.
Yes, I can hear you, Shravan. I think Venkat
Okay.
is...
Yeah. Sorry.
No problem. Thanks.
I was just okay. So how about some simple shopping cart? Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Okay. What can we do in Amazon, right? Okay, let's do an Amazon shopping cart, right? But again, we have to scale down to nth degree to make it as simple as possible. So let's say you know what? Bookstore application. Let's say there is a or a library, books library.
Yeah, I was thinking about library.
Okay, library. Okay, library. So in library, you will have. Okay, let's talk about it. So there is a library, right? So we need to be able to, in a library, we need to be able to rent books, right? Okay, that's a first point. Okay, we need to be able to rent books, rent some books. And then what? After rent?
Like I was thinking, like we will be able to rent some books and DVDs, and if it's book, then it would be for 3 weeks or so, and if it is for DVD, it will be 1 week.
Wait.
So,
We need to be able to, rent DVDs also, huh? Like our real library. Good. Okay. So what's the logic? Tell me. For books, how much you said?
For 1 week?
For books, you
so
can
3
keep.
weeks. It should
Yeah.
be more than DVDs. For books, it should be more than DVDs. It could be anything.
Sure. For books, you can, for books, you can keep.
Yeah, 3 weeks, and DVD 1 week.
You can keep for 3 weeks. Okay. And DVDs?
1 week.
Sure. Come on. 1 week, okay. Next.
There is fine also if the overdue or
So, come on. I'm sorry. Something crazy with my keyboard. Okay, for books we can keep 3 weeks and DVDs for 1 week, huh?
yes.
Can one of you write that, please?
Yeah.
Let me. Okay. You can keep 3 weeks and DVD for 1 week. Okay. Late fees? Sure. So this is late fees is calculated at what time? Return, right? When you try to return, right? Late fees is calculated.
Yes, when we are
Calculated at the time of return, huh? Right? Okay, good. Next. How much is the late fee?
For the book, 25 cents, and for the DVD, $1.
Per day?
Yes.
Okay. Next. And we need to be able to renew also?
Yes.
Okay. How many weeks do we renew? 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks for books and
And 1 week
1
for
week.
DVD.
Okay.
And we can renew for 3 weeks. I mean, for 3 times.
Okay.
Oh, 5 times. Someone said 5 times. Okay.
You can renew for 3 times max.
Jyoti says DVD cannot be renewed. So.
Oh, that's probably, yeah. Oh, so 3 weeks for books and no for DVDs. Okay. Okay. But
where are we going to use the concepts, right?
Yeah. So first of all, you guys tell me, what are the classes do you see? What are the classes do you see?
User, book.
Huh?
No, those book.
What are the
Library.
classes do you see?
Library, book,
Good. 1 second.
DVD.
1 second. 1 second. We're all here together, right? Library.java, definitely. Okay. I don't need to say .java. Library. Okay.
Type.
Sorry?
Okay, yeah. Books.
Good. Book. Book.java, right? Okay.
DVD,
DVD, super.
and then fine.
We'll get there. But at this point,
For the
is there anything, any relationship between these two, book and DVD?
Yeah. Can we call an item
Yeah,
so that we can inherit? We can put book DVD and other type as well.
yeah, I think.
Wait. Antenna, say that again.
Can we call like an item that's going to be rented, like it could be book or it could be DVD, so that we can just have some kind of inheritance?
What do you guys think?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah? Right?
Yeah.
So item, you will have the standard things, right? I mean, item, your book is an item and DVD is an item. It's a rentable item, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lendable item.
Lendable item. Okay, good one. Lendable item, right? So lendable item is a lendable item. So lendable item, is that an interface that or
We'll see. We'll see as we go along.
no, lendable is something
Borrowable. Actually, borrowable.
interface.
Yeah, it's an interface.
Borrowable. Huh? Okay, then we don't need this item, I think. Borrowable is good enough.
Yeah.
Right? So borrowable, you can define it as an interface, yeah, because you can now book implements borrowable, right? Book implements borrowable. DVD implements borrowable, right?
Yes.
And then borrowable, what kind of methods does it contain? Anybody? Hey, come on, these many people. What are you guys doing? The other people?
Name.
Add method.
Leonard, Kal, Ketan, hey, Rohit. You guys are sleeping? Ravi and Mr. Manikanta. What are you guys doing?
Sorry, I got disconnected somehow.
Come on, man.
Can we use add method? Because we
Hey,
are
Rohit,
adding
you
book
asked
and
me,
DVD.
remember? We'll do something like this, right?
Yeah, we can add the book, renew the book,
Come on, tell me. Okay.
Add method we can use.
return the book.
Oh, where can you do it? Is that in the borrowable or?
Borrowable, yeah, because these are common functions. Add,
Wait. Okay.
return,
In
renew.
borrowable, okay. In borrowable, what can you do? Borrow, right? You can borrow. This is a method, right?
Correct.
Borrowable can be borrowed. Okay. Now, what is the next one?
Return.
Renewed.
Sure. Okay. Oh, so an item borrowable itself can be renewed. Huh? Okay. Very good. What is the other one? Return. Huh? Okay. Good. Sure. These three are these are common. See, book can be borrowed, DVD can be borrowed, book can be renewed, DVD can be renewed, book can be returned, DVD can be returned. So it makes sense to put these methods in borrowable interface and then have this book and DVD implement all these three methods, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
Yes.
Can we write a separate
Go ahead, Ravi.
Can we write a mail class and just write a mail method saying that if someone, um, if it's the time is expired, they can trigger an email in some sort of class like that?
Hello. Triggering an email and time expires. That's pretty complicated stuff, buddy.
It's a part.
Okay.
Okay. So we're talking about the basic functions here. Those are all pretty. We don't even know how to trigger an email, right?
We
Agree?
can say in system printout that your time is expired.
Exactly. That's more than enough. System out print line expired or something. Okay. So no worries. Okay. When you borrow, renew, return. Okay. Tell me more. And in library, okay, borrowable, book, DVD. And in library, what can you do actually? Tell me, in library, what can you do? And what are the methods of library?
Name of the library. Okay, the variables are name, address, and all those things. And then variables would be
No. Let's not talk
number
about variables. Variables, okay. Main functions, main
function,
methods.
yeah. Functions would be like
the price of the book, the total price.
that's
Library will have a price.
that's variable.
Library will have a price.
No. That's a variable actually.
Right.
We're talking
Library.
about methods now.
Yeah. What that variable? Okay. Whatever. Even in the case of variable, library will have a price, man.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
No, price will come at
information.
You're talking about the library worth. Come on.
Venkat, I think in the serialize because we
Okay.
books correct.
Sorry. Say that, Jyoti.
We serialize the book based on alphabetical order and all. We just have to arrange them or department wise. Like,
I don't know what civilization means yet.
We can add books in stock or not.
It's hard. I know it is very hard. Look at the iPhone design, right? The biggest thing in any design is to make it simple. That is the hardest part. So I want you to think simple. Here, okay, so you guys are doing it. You think you can do this much?
Check-in and check-out library means when we
Exactly.
go
You can do a library. What you can do is you can do a similar things here, right? You can borrow books, right?
check in and check out.
What is that check-in?
So you can check out the books and then when you return you are checking in.
Okay. So first is you can borrow. Okay. Actually, Okay. In library, what can you do? Check out. Okay. Boy.
In library, you can implement those methods.
Yeah, what are those methods? Check out. Okay. I'm sorry, this.
Why is that happening?
Yes. Earlier, something happened on the keyboard. That's why I got disconnected earlier, remember? Okay. Library, what are we saying here?
I was thinking of keeping transaction as a class with some method that will interact with the library.
When we based upon the number of, for example, if I want to see how many books a member has taken for a month, can I create a method?
So did we talk about members so far, in fact?
Oh, no.
So that's one of the...
A method when they borrow, then it will be
No, did we talk about a member so far?
No.
I'm completely dead here, so I'll have to give my... can one of you write? I'll give control. So who wants to write? Jyoti, can you type on this one? Or Shovan, you want to do it?
Jyoti, do it. I'm thinking. I'm a slow thinker anyway.
Yeah,
give
I can do
keyboard.
it if you.
Okay, I'll give it to you, Uma.
But I'll type whatever you say. I'll
Yeah,
wait for you.
give keyboard and mouse. Okay.
We have
Library.
control.
In library.
Yeah.
Sorry, not in library.
Okay.
First, let's create a class called member, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't talk about the member. So
Not yet, yeah.
no, you don't. Just say member. These are all classes anyway. So
Member,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
okay, good. Member. We have a member, and library has members, and each member can take the collection of borrowable items, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then it's okay. Borrowable. I mean, you guys decide however you want to do it. Member will have the borrowable items, sure. And
In library, can we have something like that? Someone said transaction, right? So
Yeah,
can
that
we,
member
can
and the
we
library
have how many
will
books a
interact.
member had taken for a month? Or we should be able to track it, right? So can
no,
we have-
that's way too much. We're not talking about 6 months project here, okay?
okay.
So this is how the projects fail. We wanted to start something simple, but we are going beyond. I want to keep it simple.
We'll have a Scrum Master.
Something that you guys can do it in about 4 to 6 classes. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple of classes. If you're running into some issues, I'll pitch in. Member.
Member as a membership, he can access the book at a different location of the same library.
No, that's
my God,
way
that's
too
too much
complicated.
work.
No. Okay, think simple. I want simplicity here, Rohit.
Yeah.
What are the simple functions that you can do? Forget about doing it some other time, some other place or something. Let's talk about library. Being a member, when I come to a library, what do I do? Tell me.
I check the contents
So,
of the library.
Venkat,
Yeah, go ahead. Aruna.
yeah, being a member, member can have, membership, and he can do borrow and renew and return, only those.
But before that, he checks the guys of the library, the books in the library. He checks that. So there should be some.
That's fine.
knowledge
Let's
of
say
the-
we can cut down the functionality. So we don't have to think big. I like what Aruna said. Let's keep those 3: borrow, renew, return. That's all. Library. You give me bag of books. You give me bag of books. You'll be able to borrow it. You'll be able to renew them. You'll be able to return them. Can you put them in the library?
Return, yeah.
In library,
Same.
maybe you can put fee.
Yeah.
Same.
Sorry, what did he
Sorry,
say?
I didn't get you.
So copy from that lower, copy from under, from there and put it into under library. Yeah.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Okay.
But CH,
Library is not an interface, and we can just implement interface.
We don't need to for now. Is there any polymorphic behavior that we achieve at this point? No, right? So that's okay. Let's keep the thing simple. Okay. I think if we can do this much, I think this is fantastic, right? What do you guys think?
Why we don't need methods for library? We can implement interface borrowable, and after that we can override the methods.
So say that again, Lynette?
Why we need those methods for library? We can implement interface borrowable, and we can override the methods.
So you think library is borrowable?
In this case, why do we need these methods in interface borrowable?
Forget about the methods that we are. I got your question. And that's a great thinking. Okay, I love your thinking. But I'm asking one question here. the interface and implementation there, right? So
Yeah.
is library a borrowable?
No.
No,
No.
borrowable interface.
So library must not implement borrowable. Your book is borrowable. It should have is relationship, right?
Yes.
So just because you have the methods common, you can't implement that, Leonard. You can't design that way. You shouldn't be.
I mean, in this case, maybe we can change the methods in interface borrowable and some other methods.
Sure, sure, definitely. See, in the borrowable case, see, one thing I want you to understand here is that borrowable case, a book can be borrowed, a book can be renewed, a book can be returned. Similarly, a DVD can be borrowed, a DVD can be renewed, a DVD can be returned. But in the context of library, when we say, hey, can I borrow? Now there we are talking about the collection of borrowable items.
Yeah.
I will give you the collection of borrowable and say that, right? Hey, I want to borrow this bag of books. Are you getting it?
I agree. Maybe you can keep for borrowable only one method, borrow. And
Oh.
for library, maybe you can name it. You can give a name like rent.
Okay. So you are saying borrowable interface is bad?
No, like only one method, borrow.
Then what do we do with renew and return? Where do we do them?
But do we need these methods for books? We need these methods for library.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So you borrow the books, but you always do the return or renew at the library level, not at the book level. Huh? Is that what you're kind of saying?
Venkat.
Yeah.
Or we can do one way, like, for book, you have to implement the borrowable interface. So in the borrow, when you are borrowing a book, renew date will be different, right? I mean, the date, checkout date or whatever, due date is going to be different. For DVDs, it's going to be different.
That's
so
right. Okay.
You can implement methods different way. For DVD and books and separately,
Oh yeah, exactly. That's I think that one I understand, Aruna, and on the same page. But I think what Leonard is saying is renew and return we only need at the library level. We don't need at the borrowable, at the individual item level is what his point.
Okay.
Did I get your point right, Leonard?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? We can start with that. That's not a problem. And we can definitely come back and change it. There is no hard and fast rule. Okay, here.
Yeah, let's start with this, and as we go along, ideas will develop. And
exactly. Let's start with this one.
I can't think all at once. I cannot.
Exactly. That's why let's start with this one. Hey, what do you guys think, everybody?
Yeah, this is a good start.
Okay. So this is what I want you to.
This is good.
I mean, since everybody worked on collections homework, can you guys work on since you guys are done with the collections, then hey, but this one we are not changing. I don't want, how do I say, when you guys meet, you do it on your free time, okay? But I have something else for you. If you don't have anything, now can I proceed with my items? This one I'll send it to everybody, okay? So you guys work on it, okay? And then I want to see this, slowly. This is not like for tomorrow or anything. Just take few classes, and then I want to see this one really. And other thing I want to see is probably we have
Venkat, are we free to add other methods and classes also for this library?
Fantastic. This is your ideas, okay? Please.
Thank you. Okay.
Please. And one thing I wanted to say is, if you find something cool, please share with everybody. so that everybody else can learn too, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I will send this across. And
are you? I mean, can we track like the member who is taking the particular book? I mean, that kind of thing. Maybe the borrower's name and what he is borrowing.
Very interesting idea.
This is a very simple thing, right? I mean, because every time we go to library, they have to track that who is borrowing and what book is he borrowing. And that might come at the library level.
Yep, I think that's a great idea. So what he's saying is, can you type Uma here? So under library.
Library has the members.
Library has
Members, right?
library has borrowables.
So Venkat,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, in the members, you can give the member details and you can add to the library that member, because library will have members, right? So
Right. I think even at this point let's stay with this one. Rohit, I see what you're saying. Please keep note of that. We will come back and enhance that.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I think I got your point. What he's saying is, let's say I think library should have actually inventory, right? Like collection of these borrowables, right?
Exactly, library should be. Yeah.
Library should have inventory, like 10 Java books, 10 Spring books, let's say that, okay? So what he's saying is, maybe out of 10 Java books, 2 have been taken out, 2 have been checked out, and 8 are currently in the library, and then 2 of them, I should be able to find out who borrowed it. Is that right, Rohit? Those 2
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
have been checked out. I should be able to find out who checked out, who checked them out. At any point, I should be able to find out. I see your idea. So, but let's enhance it. Once you have this idea, you can go bonkers on it. So, but the goal is, if you can implement this one, because I don't want to see the idea. I want to see the real implementation of it. Okay. A super great idea without the implementation, value $0. Okay. So I want to see some code before we talk next. Okay. You guys are meeting tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow or day after tomorrow? Oh, meet.
No, tomorrow itself. Tomorrow, please meet, and then can you sketch out on this one, and can you guys meet, and then what do you call? Create something basic, and then see.
Tomorrow, what time to what time are we meeting?
6:30 to 8:30.
6:30.
Oh, same time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Thursday we are meeting, like you are going to give a lecture like that, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But I'm just thinking tomorrow, actually tomorrow I'll take back, rather than working on this one in the class, this is what I have. I want you to, tomorrow, I want you to watch this video and then come here day after tomorrow. I want to talk about this one.
Unit testing.
Either this one or the more important piece would be probably this one.
Which one?
This one. Hey, can you watch this video tomorrow? And then I will discuss this one. But probably before this one also, yeah. I'm just thinking, okay. Sorry, don't take anything as is. Okay, can we do this one? Can you please watch this video, exception handling, and this is for tomorrow. And probably, I'm sure you will not be able to do both exception handling and work on this item. So I wanted to favor exception handling. So please watch this video. I'll have you watch 3 videos actually in Core Java: exception handling, JDK5 new language features, and the other one I'll tell you.
Right?
But exception handling to start with, and then I will come back and talk about and then talk more about it. Can we do this one? Exception handling. Everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you please watch this one? I'll put this one in our February 2015 also. I'll do it immediately, but if not, then go to previous batch here and then get it here. Exception handling. Okay.
Okay. Now, question is.
Yeah.
Quick question. See, this exception handling is mainly just since I did from you. That's why I'm asking. Using some term that is try, catch, block, and all those kinds of things, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Let's do this one tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So we will do it on our own, right? We're not then meeting the class.
You will do it on your own, and from the meeting perspective, if you guys are done and come here and want to discuss about it, people who have finished it, people who are not finished, please go ahead and concentrate on watching that video. But people who have finished the exception handling, come here and talk about it. And Thursday, I want to discuss in detail about it. Come with a lot of questions. I want to talk to you about it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I sent you a question also, just through text. That is, what is log4j? I see it in the connection of Java quite often.
Right.
Is it a good time to discuss about it? If not, you can discuss later.
No, I'll do one-on-one, but
okay.
After the class, I'll spend a couple of minutes with you. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're good to go. Thank you so much, and please watch this one tomorrow. And then let's watch. It's one of the very important topics, exception handling. A lot of questions are asked in the interviews.
Okay.
So okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much.